I am suing my ex-boyfriend for using the money I gave him on sexual services.
Okay.
Not true.
Let's rewind. What propelled you to give him money for mental health therapy to begin with?
Well, we'd been dating for 3 years, and our relationship really started to take a turn, especially him getting laid off from his job. His mental state just went down the drain as he was looking for jobs. He felt hopeless, and he wasn't helping around as much, and I felt if he feels so overwhelmed and anxious and out of place that he go seek therapy to put the pieces back together.
And you provided the money for him to start doing that?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you give him?
I gave him $1,500.
And you asked him to go to mental health therapy?
Yes,
All
but
right.
that was specifically to pay for the appointment.
It just said therapy.
Okay, just a moment. And what did you say? He's arguing about what you said. What was it you said the money was for?
I said the therapy was for him to pay for his therapy appointments.
Okay.
The money.
Okay.
The $1,500.
Okay. And that was pursuant to a discussion about the state of his mental health.
Correct.
So he finds a mental health provider, but you don't like who he found because you don't consider it a mental health provider.
Correct.
All right, let me talk to you. When your girlfriend gives you the $1,500, what do you think it was for?
For therapy, and we agreed on
therapy?
that. She told me I had the choice of my own therapist, and in the beginning I did try local licensed therapists under my own insurance, and to no avail. I felt really uncomfortable. They weren't helping. They didn't listen to me. They weren't offering any advice that actually gave me some support. And so I was at my wit's end, and I was just searching for therapists on anywhere I could find, and I came across Dr. Dave, SPANK-O-THERAPy.
SPANK-O-THERAPy?
Yes, it's
okay.
called
What is
SPANK-O-THERAPy. I thought it was a joke at first. I looked into it.
You thought it was a joke, but you were intrigued.
I mean, I couldn't be. How could you not be when you see something like that?
Well, I might be intrigued. I may not call and make an appointment, but you called and made an appointment.
I looked into it, and there were testimonials on the site that were glowing, that people had been looking forever and now found nothing else. So I was in a rough place, honestly. I was really looking for anything at this point.
So what exactly is SPANK-O-THERAPy?
SPANK-O-THERAPy is connected to a deeper repression type of release therapy. And, even within talking to him within the first 5 minutes, he saw past my anger, and he saw deep insecurities and things that I didn't even know were there. And to be honest, I saw myself in a whole new light that I had never seen. I was truly shocked myself.
How many therapy sessions did you do with him before your girlfriend found out?
It was about a little over 2 months of this before.
And during those sessions, what would those sessions look like?
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's spanking and other iterations with a lot of role playing.
When you role played, you would play what role?
Child,
And then he would play what role?
Maybe a parent or a teacher or different relation. We played
And he
her
claims
one
this
time.
is not sexual, Your Honor.
It was
He
not
claims
sexual.
This is not sexual.
It's not sexual.
Okay.
But this
it's
is
completely not
therapy.
sexual.
Is this the doctor
Yes, this
next
is,
to you?
Yes, this is my doctor.
Okay, first of all, could I please have you come forward?
Of course.
And can you tell me, are you an actual doctor?
I'm a doctor of SPANK-O-THERAPy. Yes, I am.
He is
I don't
not.
know what that means, and I don't need you to help me. Are you a medical doctor, sir, yes or no?
No, not
Do you
a
have a
medical.
PhD, sir, yes or no?
No.
Do you have any doctorate degree of any sort?
No.
All right, can I ask you, what is SPANK-O-THERAPy?
Let me say that I'm really proud of Kevin. He's come a long way.
Okay.
You're welcome. And I came to the realization that with this therapy that I accidentally sort of fell into, I could spend the rest of my life helping people. What happened was I was going through something similar to Kevin's, and I too had gone to different therapists. I had been on different medications for depression, and it didn't seem to be helping me turn the page. So what I did was someone had said, have you ever tried this? And I was like, you mean BDSM? And I was like, no. And so I tried it.
So someone asked you if you had ever tried that, and you said,
No. Sounds interesting.
okay, so you have brought me a mannequin to give me an explanation of how it is that you do this. I would like you to step forward, please, and explain to me what goes on in the sessions in your office.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. So, kind of like my mantra is spank, 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 rub, rub, rub. So, here's what I do.
Okay. How long do you keep that up for?
I suppose, the session can range up to an hour. And it's not spanking all the time. There's a lot of other interaction. And
when do you decide to stand up and spank and make them stand up and spank them?
generally, if I see something that seems to be locked and I see like them not being present, I'll say, spank time.
Okay, go ahead and please have your place back there. So, Mr. Anderson, according to you, this worked wonders.
Yeah, I was able to see myself in a way I've never been able to see before. My relationship got better.
How though? Get me to understand how someone spanking you helps you to be better.
Being vulnerable in shame with someone allows you to move through it in a way that you probably can't, and I haven't found in any other way. My relationship got better. I have proof that my ex-girlfriend admitted, Courtney, that she saw this specific therapy once I was doing this with Dr. Dave, that I was getting better. We started not fighting as much anymore.
Well, of course we weren't fighting as much. You had someone on the side making you feel better.
It was not sexual.
Okay, but
it was therapy.
It certainly seems sexual to people listening. It had to occur to you that this would be something she might want to know if she's paying for it, because this is rather unconventional. And she's paying for it. So did it ever occur to you to be honest with her and tell her, listen, I'm thinking, I've been to one session, I like it, I think it's gonna help me, what do you think? Did it ever occur to you to talk to her about it?
She explicitly told me that she didn't need to be a part of my decision making.
Except for that this is different, right?
Yes.
All right, how did you even find out about this?
One evening, he was using the restroom, and he left his phone open, and a notification popped up, Dr. Dave, SPANK-O-THERAPY reschedule. And I was baffled. I thought it was like a joke or a prank or something. So obviously when he came out, I asked him about his SPANK-O therapist, and he immediately turned bright red and avoided the conversation.
He wouldn't tell you he didn't show you the way?
Nothing, no, nothing.
It's obviously embarrassing.
At that point.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because it's weird, it's to a lot of people.
Right, which is why
unknown.
You probably should have said something to her if it was her money, because that probably wasn't something she would want to pay for, right?
I thought the results spoke for themselves.
I've never felt, Your Honor, in all honesty, I've never felt so humiliated and disgusted and just taken advantage of in my entire life. He completely took advantage of my hard-working money. He was not working at all, and he wanted to go and have some fun to feel better.
I think you kind of did, because I think it's implicit in when she says you need to go to therapy, you need to go to counseling because you feel so bad about yourself and you're depressed, that you're going to use it for something other than this renegade thing done by someone who's not. I haven't finished my sentence. Done by someone who is licensed by no one. Essentially, there is a man spanking you and then rubbing you, then spanking you and then rubbing you. And I'm glad that helps you, but that is not what she gave you the money for. The first $500 of it you did actually spend on, so it's the remaining $1,000 that you ended up spending on SPANK-O-THERAPY.
Approximately.
And then since the money tree got cut off, you've had like one session that you paid for on your own, correct?
I have a new job now.
Insurance certainly isn't paying for this, is it?
I have a new job
Is
now.
insurance paying for it?
No, insurance is not paying for it.
I can't imagine. Did you try to get insurance to pay for it?
I did not try to get
Of course you
insurance to pay
didn't.
for it.
Why didn't you try to get insurance to pay for it?
Because he's not.
Because it's kind of renegade, right?
It's alternative.
All right, I'm ordering you to return $1,000 to Ms. Sullivan. Good luck to both of you.
I thought that all we need was love, but apparently now it's all good spanking. I'm all for non-traditional medicine, but I thought it's Chinese needles, aromatherapy, or massages. I've never heard of SPANK-O-THERAPY. Not that I care to try. On the other hand, I don't know why would you give your money to someone who doesn't even have degree in medicine or psychology for that matter, because I would assume if it's just them talking and the therapist finding out the spots where he feels not comfortable talking about or not comfortable bringing up, and that's when he decides it's time for spanking, I would assume it needs at least a psychology degree. What did you guys think? Would you try something like this? That sure sounds very non-traditional, but please put it to me in the comments below, and thank you for watching.